A very warm welcome to all the participants, delegates assembled in this esteemed platform. In this conference, I thank the organizers for giving me a wonderful opportunity to present my research, which is titled Happiness Curriculum and Social Connectedness Among Learners, a Review Study. I'll just take a minute to share my screen. And I will just make it full slide. So as we can see, the title is Happiness Curriculum and Social Connectedness Among Learners, a Review Study. This study is jointly presented by Dr. Sampurna Guha, Research Scholar, School of Education, Lovely Professional University, Punjab, and Assistant Professor, Amity University, Noida, and Dr. Nimisha Beri, Professor, School of Education, Lovely Professional University, Punjab. Introduction. In today's times, students are faced with increased competition, which is definitely taking a negative toll on their physical and mental health and often leading to health crisis also. The happiness curriculum has been started as a path-breaking flagship program by the Delhi government in government-aided schools right from nursery to 8th grade. And this curriculum automatically paves the way for generating hope for the Indian educational system since 2019, because this entire curriculum is aimed at transforming the present day educational system. It is a scientifically designed curriculum which is based on the principle of happiness triad model. And this is in turn helping teachers and learners to become more mindful, more aware, and helping in the development of a sustainable happiness in the lives of pupils, students, therefore further allowing them to build their personalities and resulting in a happy, fulfilling, and content adult life in the future, as stated by a study, Verma 2020. Now, according to this curriculum, the first 25 minutes of school hours every day are dedicated towards the implementation of this curriculum, and three main activities are conducted daily under every happiness period. These are mindfulness activity, inspirational story sessions, and activity-oriented discussions. So through these activities, the students are made to understand, reflect, think, and develop self-reflective practices and practice happiness. Apart from this, the second key word in this particular study is social connection or social connectedness, which can be understood in terms of social connection, which is further referred to as the interpersonal and interdependent closeness, which is shared among people, resulting in a sense of social belongingness due to positive social relationships. The present study reveals how happiness curriculum in turn can promote social connection and connectivity among the learners in schools, especially the present day modern educational system, which is ridden with competition and is very stressful. The study also explores the functionality of happiness curriculum in promoting happiness, reduction of stress, and facilitating the social connectedness amongst the learners. There are two main objectives of the present study. Number one, to explore the various facets of happiness curriculum, and number two, to explore the role of happiness curriculum in promoting social connectedness amongst the learners. The study uses review of literature as the major methodology, and the findings are generated based on the objectives. The sample which has been taken for this present study include learners studying in classes 1st to 8 in the mainstream government schools and their perspectives and the perspectives of their teachers through a critical and detailed analysis of the reviewed literature. Several databases were considered for obtaining the literature, namely National Digital Library, IEEE, SAGE, and Elsevier, among many others. The keywords which were used to guide the research of literature was social connection, social connectedness, happiness curriculum, happiness classes, educators, and nearly 20 papers were finally selected and the findings were arranged into distinct themes. Theme 1 is exploring happiness curriculum. So according to the literature which has been reviewed for the present study, it is clearly indicated that happiness curriculum, takes place or occurs through several pedagogical exercises and specially designed activities which are conducted by the teacher during the happiness curriculum period. And even in the recent pandemic, it was conducted online. And some of these activities included asking students to write down the most memorable event in their lives. And number two was trying to create unique items from waste, such as toy cars, masks, puppets, which can then be used to tell a story to the siblings and the parents. Theme 2 is role of happiness curriculum in promoting social connectedness. Now, the reviewed literature indicated that most of the teachers who taught this curriculum and opined regarding it that this curriculum was very helpful in bridging the gap between learners and the trainers, and it also resulted in reduction of violent behavior. Further, teachers believe that this curriculum and the classes happening under this curriculum gave children an opportunity to share their personal stories, experiences, and happenings with their classmates, with their siblings, with their parents, with their family members, further leading to the creation of a very secure, safe, non-judgmental environment and space where the students would feel free to express themselves. This type of curriculum also helped in the pupils to form social relationships, develop concentration and focus, and share their experiences. Happiness curriculum is hence, according to the teachers, creates a sense of well-being among the learners by giving them a platform for self-expression. It helps the students to share unique personality traits and talents and fears and plans and hopes through the activities, allowing a glimpse into their lives, and also creates a sense of positive interdependence between the learner, the teacher, and the fellow peers. However, the study also points out that the absence of social connectedness can have several adverse impacts, like it can have a negative impact on the child's mental well-being, physical well-being, and success at school. Absence of social connectedness generates feelings of loneliness, isolation, and high levels of stress, which further adversely impact the self-esteem of the pupils. And adverse emotional impact of social isolation is very devastating and has long-term consequences, again on the person's mental well-being, academic resilience, feelings of rejection and failure. At the same time, there are several benefits of positive social connections and social connectedness amongst the learners. These can be development of good peer relationships and strong bond between the educators and the pupils, development of strong faith among the pupils regarding their own abilities and behavioral changes. Then there is feeling of positive reliance on support which is available from peers, teachers, and family members. At the same time, the learners, the pupils develop resilience from rejection, which in turn leads to positive self-belief and increased motivation and academic productivity. It promotes emotional well-being, physical well-being, and mental well-being, which automatically translates to academic success amongst the learners, and as in line with several findings. So in the end, I would like to conclude by saying that use of mindfulness activities, creative activities, and projects give children the ability and the opportunity to showcase their life experiences, use meditation and other forms of exercises as part of happiness curriculum, further leads to development and fostering of positive experiences and social connectedness amongst the learners. Happiness curriculum has been found to be helpful in development of conflict management and resolution practices amongst the learners when they are given opportunities to analyze different perspectives through use of stories and morals, and increases levels of attention and concentration, and also helps them to explore and practice engagement in positive conflict management. Some recommendations have also emerged from the present study in the form of certain questions which still need to be answered. Number one, how can the curriculum help teachers to make classroom environments more accommodating and affectionate for students experiencing stress? Number two, which kind of behavior should be addressed by the teachers among the learners, especially when the student demonstrates low academic resilience and responds negatively to factors like bullying and stresses? And lastly, how can teachers prevent stress related behaviors amongst the students? So, these are some of my references. And with this, I come to an end of my presentation. And once again, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me such an esteemed platform. And I thank the audience for their patient listening. And I would definitely like to take up any questions or any queries regarding the study. Uh, Thank you so much for the patient listening. Thank you.